The story continues. The lead on the killer is clear. It's a gang of masked robbers headed by Sam. Story back to main line. Raj reported to the police station every day, refusing to leave until his trash can was found. The officers treated him like a servant, even calling him trash can. Whenever they were hungry or needed cigarettes, they'd send Raj to buy food or smokes, and he complied without complaint. One senior officer couldn't stand it and advised Raj to stop wasting his time and money, explaining that the chief had no intention of helping him catch the thieves. Instead, the chief was just trying to squeeze every penny out of him. However, Raj was undeterred and continued searching for clues at the station. He had a peculiar habit of patting people on the back when addressing them. Over time, the officers either beat him or slapped him for amusement. The chief observed all this and began to suspect something. Who would offer a bribe of 550,000 rupees just to recover a trash can? Surely it must contain something of great value or a dark secret. The chief secretly dispatched two teams. Team A was tasked with investigating the stolen trash can, hoping to trace it back to the three masked thieves, while Team B was assigned to find an identical trash can. If the original couldn't be recovered, they would use the fake one to extort 700,000 rupees from Raj. Meanwhile, let's talk about Sam, one of the masked thieves. Sam grew up in the slums but eventually managed to open a hardware store after years of hard work. However, greed led him down a criminal path, collaborating with his employees to commit burglary. His methods became increasingly ruthless, especially toward others' families. Yet, his love for his own daughter remained unwavering. When he saw her injured shoulder, he was almost brought to tears. One day, the manager of a local garage reported a missing employee named Nash to the police. Coincidentally, he sat next to Raj in the station. Through their conversation, Raj learned about Nash's disappearance and managed to sneak a look at Nash's photo. This triggered a memory from the night he was attacked. Upon waking, he had found a toll receipt in his house with a car's license plate number written on it. The next day, he traced the plate to a politician and eventually located him at a pub. At the pub, the politician was complaining to his friends about his stolen sunglasses and how his car hadn't been returned on time. Raj interrupted, asking who had taken the car, but the politician angrily told him to leave. At that moment, Nash, wearing the stolen sunglasses, stormed into the pub and began assaulting the politician, who yelled, "You car thief!" Raj immediately followed Nash, tailing him on a motorcycle. However, Nash quickly noticed and lured Raj into an abandoned factory. As soon as Raj stopped, a group of men ambushed him, beating him mercilessly. Nash mocked Raj, saying he had spared him once, but wouldn't be so kind again. Clearly, Nash was one of the masked intruders who had broken into Raj's home. Without a word, Raj glared at Nash in fury. Nash ordered his men to hold Raj down and prepare to sever his limbs. But as the knife fell, Raj twisted his captor's arm, causing the blade to sever the man's hand. Grabbing a razor, Raj attacked with precision, his eyes locked on Nash the entire time. He warned the others to flee, but when they hesitated, he beat them into submission. After driving the others away, Raj cornered Nash, pressing him against a spiked fence. He demanded to know the identities of the other two masked men. Nash pretended to comply, claiming one of them was a police officer, while secretly pulling a spike from the fence and stabbing Raj in the leg. Nash then jumped on his motorcycle to escape. Despite his injury, Raj pursued Nash, seizing a machete along the way. With a swift strike, he brought the chase to a bloody end. From this segment of the story, it's clear that Raj has lied to the police on multiple occasions. First, he doesn't actually care about the trash bin. During his confrontation with Nash, he never mentioned it, but instead demanded to know the identities of the other two masked men. Second, Raj didn't report the theft to the police the day after it happened. He deliberately falsified the timeline. Several details help piece together the true sequence of events. When Raj went to the bar to find the politician, his movements were unrestricted, and his leg was uninjured. Remember? By the time he reported the theft, his leg was already hurt. Therefore, the correct timeline should be: the trash bin was stolen on the first day. On the second day, Raj found and killed Nash. On the third day, he limped to the police station to report the crime. The barber's testimony further corroborates this. He mentioned that Raj had mysteriously disappeared for 2 days. While Raj was deep in thought, the politician walked into the station. Fearing recognition, Raj quickly lowered his head. The politician was there to file a complaint against Nash for assault. Coincidentally, the auto repair shop owner was also there to report Nash's disappearance. Naturally, the politician became the prime suspect, given his recent altercation with Nash. However, a missing person case carries more weight than a simple assault charge. Not wanting to be labeled a suspect, the politician suddenly recalled that before Nash arrived at the bar, a man had asked him about the stolen car. But no matter how hard he tried, he couldn't remember the man's name. The chief, losing patience, kicked him out of the office to think it over. The politician, deep in thought, didn't notice Raj sitting nearby, the same man who had questioned him that night. After the politician left, Raj, despite the risk of being identified, decided to stay at the station. Nash had revealed before his death that one of the masked men was a cop from this very precinct. Raj knew he had lied to the police about many things, but the detail about the masked man having a peculiar ear on his back was certainly true. He had already touched the backs of most officers and kept a record of those with smooth backs in his notebook. With multiple cases piling up, the chief was feeling overwhelmed. He decided to address the Raj problem first. He ordered Team A to monitor the phone calls of all suspects and pressured Team B to quickly acquire a replica of the trash bin to close the case. Team B had no choice but to contact a gang informant, Baldy, who introduced them to a highly skilled blacksmith. The blacksmith explained that the trash bin was an old model from decades ago, with no existing mold. It would have to be handcrafted, including its intricate patterns. The price was steep, and it would take 2 days to complete. Meanwhile, the story shifts back to Sam, one of the masked thieves. In 2 days, it would be his daughter's birthday. Sam, his wife, and their daughter visited a jewelry store to pick out a gift. With an eye for luxury, the daughter immediately chose the most expensive ruby necklace. Sam's wife hesitated, worried they couldn't afford it. But Sam confidently bought the necklace, even ordering it to be custom fitted, with plans to pick it up in 2 days. That night, Sam's wife pressed him about where he got so much money. Sam didn't answer directly, but emphasized that their daughter was more important than life itself. He vowed to fulfill her every wish. She would live in a grand house, attend prestigious schools, and never run out of money. 2 days passed quickly. The replica trash bin was ready, awaiting police collection. On his daughter's birthday, Sam went to the jewelry store to pick up the ruby necklace. His wife called, reminding him to trim his beard so he could look presentable for the party. Sam casually walked into a barber shop. While getting his beard trimmed, he received a call from the bakery. The delivery driver was lost. Frustrated, Sam repeated his home address and urged the driver to deliver the cake quickly. The party was set to start at 3 p.m. The barber overheard Sam's conversation. This barber was none other than a younger Raj. In fact, the director used a flashback technique here. The scene depicting Sam's preparations for his daughter's birthday actually happened 15 years earlier. Raj, noticing Sam was in a hurry, quickly picked up his trimmer to start the job. But just as he began, the trimmer ran out of power. Apologizing, Raj stepped out to buy new batteries. Meanwhile, Sam received a call from his accomplice. The police had uncovered leads, and most of their crimes were now headline news. Sam reassured his partner, telling him not to panic. He believed the police would quickly close the case under pressure. Feeling confident, Sam ended the call, only to turn around and see Raj standing behind him. Sam had no idea how long Raj had been there, or if he had overheard anything. Throughout the haircut, Sam remained on edge. Once home, Sam immediately tried to contact his accomplices, planning to get rid of Raj at the first opportunity. Just then, Sam's wife asked him to show off the ruby necklace. Sam reached into his pocket, but found it missing. In reality, Sam was simply paranoid. Raj hadn't overheard his conversation. Raj had kindly picked up the necklace that Sam had left behind at the barber shop and was on his way to return it. Coincidentally, a group of police officers happened to be walking behind Raj as he approached Sam's house. Seeing this, Sam assumed Raj had tipped off the police. Before Sam could react, the officers burst in and beat him mercilessly. Sam's wife, shocked and confused, tried to defend her husband. But when the police accused Sam of robbery, assault, and the murder of several women, she was stunned into silence. One of Sam's accomplices tried to resist arrest, but was shot dead on the spot. Terrified, Sam's wife and daughter broke down in tears. At this moment, Sam realized he had no choice but to confess. He surrendered, hands raised, hoping to say a final word to his daughter. But his wife intervened, refusing to let him speak. She declared that she could never forgive him and vowed to divorce him, ensuring he would never see his daughter again. Furious, Sam thinks the troublesome barber ruined his life, vowed to make his life a living hell.